Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I want to take a minute before we go to our next guest and just point out something that I hope you guys are noticing. All of the people that are watching out there. This is International Women's Day. And other than my producer and business partner, Alan, there has been no males on the stage today. We are featuring women all day long, 29 women all day. And the one thing you'll notice, they're entrepreneurs, they're executives, they're investors, they're tech, they're crypto specialists. They understand finance. They're doing public speaking. They're working with the seniors. They're working with children. They're working all over the world in different fields that not too long ago in my lifetime was mainly male dominated. And now they're taking over the world. And this young lady coming up next, she is most definitely taking over the world. Jasmine's here. Hey, Jasmine, what's happening?
Hey, Chico. Great
How
to...
are you?
Good, how are you?
That's awesome, man. I had the opportunity, I've been talking about Prosperity Camp and Secret Knock all day. I had the opportunity to meet you. You actually came up to me at Secret Knock and said, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. And I was like, oh, very nice to meet you. We've been talking ever since. You're an investor. You're an investor. How did you get into that? What made you decide to be an investor and invest in other businesses?
I was interested in how the world works. My academic background is economics, pretty much just to understand how the world works and everything else. And I worked in the tech for 8 years. It's really interesting in the business. What I read every day is about business, about investment. And I was managing 100 million for a corporation. Then I realized I really want to invest for myself and also for the family like myself. So I started getting into angel investing in 2017. That's how I get started. Then I gradually moved to more institutional investment, worked in VC, then started my own fund, and I started doing my own deals.
Yeah, you say that I went to the store, I picked up a couple of, dozen eggs, and decided to make a cake. How do you get into being an angel investor? Do you basically want to invest with friends and family? Is there organizations they should look into? If somebody says, you know what, I'm doing really well in crypto, I think I want to help an entrepreneur. How do you get started doing that?
At that time, I was working in the corporation in the tech industry, so I was always interested in the startup, how they build it, how they get started. So I attending a lot of startup pitch competition. I go to those startup events, and sometimes I miss startup. I really believe in what the founder is talking about it, and I really want to support them. That's how I get started, by just investing small checks, angel investing. Gradually, learn more how to do better, how to be a better investor, then writing bigger checks later on. Yeah.
She said bigger checks. So now you're a venture capitalist, VC. People don't know what it means. That's what it is. How did you make that transition from angel investor to VC? And what made you decide to do it?
Yeah, so, working tech, interesting investment. I was managing money, so I understand the financial part of it, financial modeling, etc., all those things. Mm-hmm. Then I say, hey, can I make a career in a VC? And soon I realized VC actually is a really small industry. It's not job creating industry. Even a really, really big fund, they don't really have too much headcount. So, from a non-traditional background, how I break into this world. So I invest my own money and also go to working for VC for free for 3 months and nerd in and out and go through the entire process. Then I put my proposal up to the partners. Hey, this is how I can bring to the table. I can bring the deals, I can bring the money, and do fundraising, etc. Then he's like, yeah, if you can do all those things that you promised, you have a job there. So that's what I did. And soon I realized, in VC business, it's deals and money. If I can bring the both, I can start my own company. So that's pretty much it. I started last year. I started my own fund.
So if somebody is watching this and they're in high school and they love finance, they really get into, the stock market. They're watching what's going on with crypto and all that kind of stuff. And they say, one day I want to be an investor. I want to be that person like Jasmine, what would you tell them to do? What's the path? What's the steps they should be taking?
I think the step is a baby step to understand how the money works and understand stock market is public market. So the VC is private market. VC and the private equity is all private market. And a lot of companies, they raise, because it's high risk, so they're not able to raise the money through traditional, like borrow money from bank or those traditional ways. That's how they, borrow in the private sector, then go to public. So I think a baby step is really just understand how the money works and understand like what are you really good at it. And of course, just follow your passion. I know a lot of people are saying that it's such a cliche, but it is true. Doing something you really enjoy to do, and there's even as an investor, there are many aspects of it. It's could be on the deal side. You're really good at talk to people, fund the deals, or could really good at raise a fund through fundraising process. You're really good at that, and just found a position you are comfortable doing with and enjoying doing with, then found a career trajectory in that field. Yeah.
So now you're going into crypto, right? You're
Yes, I
now,
am.
now you're going into crypto. So what are your plans for crypto? I mean, is this just an extension of what you're already doing, or is this a whole new adventure?
And I think it's a whole new adventure for me. And I'm from like traditional investor, traditional VC field, and the crypto or Web3 right now, what they call it. It's a brand new, not necessarily brand new, but it's fairly new industry. And there's so many smart people and money go to this industry. That's what I put close attention to, where the smart people are and also where the money is. Where right now is a Web3 and crypto. Then I will look at the industry to where I can play, like the fundamental things. That's why I right now we are building some like high intensive condensed computing, which they call crypto mining, right? So that's what we are building right now. And because I see that is a fundamental things needed to help the blockchain network up running. And no matter the crypto price up and down, you always need a network. And it's just a matter of the profit. So if we can make a profit even in the bear market, they call it right now, the price, because the prices drop, and then we can have a really good run in the bull market.
So how are you balancing? Because you're a young woman and you have a young family. How are you balancing your family life with everything that's going on? Because you could be working 24 hours a day if you wanted to. How do you make that balance?
I like the quote, like you can have it all, but not at the same time. And that's why I prioritize things right now. Pretty much prioritize family first, then of course health first. I always prioritize my health first, family, then career. And I give up a lot of things like watch TV. I don't have TV for 10 years, and give other things. Take a lot of time. So as I said, you can have all this not at the same time. So each time you just choose one or two things you focus on, then move to next. Like in my 20s, I love traveling. I spend a lot of time and money traveling around the world. I've been to like 40 countries because that's what I love to do. And after I have kids, then I decide I want to stay home more so I can spend more time with my kids. Then that's what I'm doing. I slow down my traveling and also, the focus on my business because I want that financial freedom for myself and for my families.
Well, before we're running out of time, but before I let you go, I got to ask you, what does International Women's Day mean to you personally?
International Women's Day really means woman can be other half of sky. That's a Chinese saying. They always say, the world is yin and yang, is feminine power and masculine power. Women represent the feminine power part of it. And I think this world is primarily dominated by the masculine power. And I really want to emphasize or just say to challenge. It's not a challenge status quo. It's more like to balance out a little bit. There's a feminine part of feminine power and the masculine power. It's really just reimburse it, I should say. That's what a woman come to natural to us, the feminine power part of it. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being a part of our lives. I mean, just walking up and talking to me that day. You're an amazing person. I love everything that you're doing, and I sure can't wait to see what's coming up next. You are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye for now.